Body is parameter. What body wants? Let's see what body wants. Body wants a widget. So I'm clicking enter and I am writing here a widget. I always start coding my body with ListView widget. I always, because I want all of them in a list, in a vertical list. So I am writing here this widget, and putting parentheses here and going inside of this ListView widget. So what is ListView widget provide us? It provides all of objects in a list, in a vertical list. So if we want to see all of objects in a list, we use ListView widget. What ListView widget has, which parameters in ListView widget? I am putting a comma and I am seeing all of its parameters, all of its features. We can write all of these one, but the most important is children. We write all of objects in children parameter. What I mean, let's see all of them in an example. I'm going to my example again and choosing this. You can see all of these objects. We can see all of these objects in a list. ListView widget provide us. So I have to write these objects in ListView widget in its children parameter. So all of these objects have own widgets, and I have to write all of these objects, functions, widgets, etc. in children parameter. All of these objects are children of ListView widget. So I want to add my first object. I want to write my first widget is text widget. So I can write anything in this widget. So this is the output of text widget in body. And this is the first child of our ListView widget. So let's click hot to load and let's see. You can see our output on the screen. Text widget do same thing with print function. Print function give us output on the console. But text widget give us output on the screen. If I want these sentences in this console, I have to use print function in a widget. But I want this sentence in my screen, so I have to use text widget. And also, I can't use a function in a widget as a widget. I can't write here print function. This is wrong. We have to use widget if we want to see an object on the screen. We have to see its widget. We have to use a widget in a widget. We can use a function in just another function or class. So I can't use print here. I can print function. I can use print function in a parameter of in a widget. but I can't directly use in a I can't directly use a function as a widget. So I'm changing its with text. So if I want to change anything in this text widget, if I want to change the how this sentence looking, text widget has style parameter for changing the style of text. So we have to use text style widget. This is another widget. So let's change something of this sentence. For example, if I want to change its size, I'm just writing size here, and font size parameter comes automatically, and I can write the size of the widget. I can write any number. I want to write 20, and if I click hot reload, and you can see the sentence bigger. So I want it's darker. I want to change its darkness. So I can use font weight parameter. So pay attention. I just write weight, and font weight parameter comes to me automatically. You don't have to write all of these words. So font weight. Let's look at again. Font weight parameter wants font weight feature. This is our one of variable type. This is another variable type. We, as I said in last meeting, I said Flutter has lots of variable types, and this is one of variable type. So I am writing here with double point font weight. I don't have to write all of them. I can just write weight font here, and I'm choosing font weight, and I am writing here. I am putting a point, and my font weight variable. All of options of this variable, this font weight variable is coming. So I can choose any of them. If I want a dark sentence, a dark text, I have to choose bold. Bold means the darkest font weight, the darkest font weight. So let's see what happened. And yes, our sentence has been darker. So, and I can change something else, something font style. We have a font style parameter. Font style takes font style variables. So I have to write font style icon font style, and if I put point, this is the options what I can try. So if I want an italic sentence, I can choose this one, and let's click hot reload, and let's see what's happening. And yes, we have an italic sentence. So let's add an underline to my sentence. If I want underline, I have to use decoration parameter. Decoration parameter requires text decoration variable. So I have to write here. If I write text decoration comes to me automatically. I am choosing text decoration and putting my point, and my choices, my options comes to me. So I can choose any of them, but I want an underline, so I am choosing underline option. Let's click hot reload and see what's happening. And yes, you can see an underline here. We can arrange the thickness of the underline. If I want to change more darker, more powerful underline, so I can change decoration thickness. So if I write here 5. Let's see what's happening. So after that, you are seeing more darker, more darker underline. You can change underline. You can change the color of underline. Anything. You can try lots of things. Also, we can change the place of the sentence in line. We can take the sentence in center or at the end. If I want to change the sentence, I am going out the text style. This is another parameter of text. This is another parameter. This is about the text. This is not about the style. This is about the place of text. So I'm going. I have gone out the text style parameter. After that, if I write here text align, this means this determines the place of the sentence in the line. Let's try it. I have to use text align here, and if I choose center, let's see what's happened. And yes, as you can see, my sentence is in the center of the line. Let's write here another thing. Let's just write and. It is the end. It's at the end of the sentence. It's at the end of the line. Text widget is enough right now. So let's go on with icon. Let's add here an icon. If I want to add an icon here, let's add an icon. I'm writing icons again. Let's add people here. Normally it comes, but people icon comes to me, and let's choose it and let's hot reload and let's see what's happening. And yes, you are looking at our icons of people icon. Let's make it bigger. So I'm using size parameter. Let's make it 50. You can see it's bigger. Let's change its color. You can change the color of the icon. Let's make it blue. If I write colors here, colors, and if I put a point here, we can see lots of color option here. I can change. I can choose green, indigo, yellow, orange, red, whatever I want. So I want indigo color, and let's click hot reload, and you can see how my icon change. Let's do this bigger, 100, and yes, this is more available. Let's change our sentence places. Let's make it center. And my center, my sentence is in center of the line. So icon widget is enough right now. Let's go to another widget. So if you think these two object is so close, if you want a space between two objects here, we use mostly SizeBox widget. So if I just write SizeBox comes to me automatically, and I have to use comma. If you use children in a widget, so you have to separate all of widgets with comma. We have a comma at the end of this text widget. We have a comma at the end of this SizeBox. I have to use a comma here. So that if I write here a height, this parameter gives spaces in a vertical spaces. So let's write here 30. This means that just give a 30 spaces on my screen in vertical direction. So let's have a look, and you can see these two icons, these two objects has been separated by SizeBox in 30 difference. If I write here 100, you can see that they are now separated with more spaces, 100 spaces. So I guess 50 is enough right now. So they are separated. If I want a horizontal space, I have to write here width. Width parameter means that if we write with 50 or anything with 30, we give right now we give 30 different 30 we give 30 space in horizontal direction. I want to add another sentence here. Let's write text again. Let's write center here. You can see my center word in here, but you can see it's at the left on my screen. If I want to take this word in the center of the line, I am doing this one. Double click this text center, this text widget, sorry, and right click and press show context, enter, press here, and I want to wrap its center. So new things comes here. What have we done here? We have done the text widget, the child of the center widget. Let's do all of them again. I'm writing center widget, and let's start reload. Now, if I want any widget, any object in the center of the line, I am using center widget. Double click and right click and show context actions. We can reach this feature with Alt plus Enter, and I'm choosing this one, and my options comes to me. This add const modifier. It says that it will be better if you use a const modifier. So if I use const modifier, all of these lines have const feature, const variable. So this is not important right now. Double click, right click, show context actions, and choose this one, wrap with center. Now my sentence, my object center widget, sentence of center widget is in the center of the line. If it comes, it's not coming. And yes, center widget was the left side of the line. It was here, but right now, after I used center widget writing is here right now. So what center widget do? If we want an object in center, we use center widget. Center widget. After I have done this double click, these actions, center widget has a child, and center widget, the child of center widget is this text widget. This text widget is child of center widget, and center widget is parent of this text widget. Let's bring some vertical space here. I want to make it 20. So let's go on with buttons. I want a button here at the bottom of this words. So if I want a text button here. So I'm choosing text button. So let's add a button here. If you remember, we have add icon button here. So I want to say that all of buttons works similarly, but they have difference in their shapes, in how they are looking. Text button is the simplest button of the. This means that you have to write a child of text button, and you have to write on pressed parameter for text button. These parameters are required. So I'm deleting all of them, and now I'm writing a child here. This is the name of my text button. So writing here text button. Let's write here text button, and let's write on pressed parameter. And in on pressed for using on pressed parameter, you have to put a normal parenthesis, and you have to write a parenthesis like that. But we have a mistake here. Let's see what is that. So invalid constant value. This can't be a constant. So as I have a constant variable here I have to remove this const. This const. So as you can see, my mistake, my problem has gone. Let's cut reload again, and you can see my text button. Let's make it more available. So we can change the style of text button. This text button word, as if I change this how this text button word writing, if I change its looking, this means I change text button. How my text button is looking, how my text button looking. So I want to change it. I want to copy and paste this style to here, and yes. But I want its color. We can change the color of text. I want to see its red colors. Point. I want to see it's red. It is red. I don't want a static button. I want to change its decoration thickness. Let's see how it is looking. And yes, here is my button, but these two objects, the center widget words and text button is so close. Okay, then let's separate them, these two objects. I want to repeat, double click, right click, and show context actions. So I want to choose padding. We have a padding widget here. What padding do?